Hi guys, Mimi's back. I'm ready to read you a story, a Christmas story, okay? It's called The Littlest Elf. It's written by Brandy Doherty and illustrated by Kristen Richards. There's the front cover. Here's the back cover, cute. And here's the spine with nothing on it because it's a paperback and it's very thin. The back says, Oliver is the littlest elf in the North Pole. Too little to make toys, too little to bake cookies, too little to help Santa, but he's not too little to read and spread Christmas cheer. Oliver was an elf. He lived with his family in the North Pole. There were many elves in Santa's village, but Oliver was the littlest one. See, he has to stand on packages to be tall as his brother and sister. It was Christmas time and Oliver was excited. Do you get excited at Christmas? I do. This year he would discover a special job at one of Santa's workshops. There's the bicycle workshop, bakery, bookmaker, and toy workshop. Let's see where he fits in. He just needed to visit each shop to see which one was the right fit. He's going to visit each one and see which one's the best, okay? At the toy workshop where his mom worked, Oliver tried to make cuddly teddy bears. But he got lost in the huge stuffing pile. Oliver? An elf asked. He's like, what's Oliver doing in the stuffing, right? Oliver's mom said, I think you're too little for the toy workshop. Why don't you try helping your dad at the bicycle workshop instead? Now he's going to go to the bicycle workshop and see if that helps. So Oliver went to Santa's bicycle workshop. I'm ready to help, he said. Oliver watched as the elves added wheels and seats and handlebars and bells. That's all the things you need to make a bike, right? Do any of you have a bicycle? I used to love to ride my bike. But the tools were very big for Oliver's little hands. Maybe baking is your special job, Oliver's dad told him. You should visit your brother at the bakery next. He looks like he's starting to get a little disappointed. Off Oliver went to the bakery. These elves made sugar plum cookies and candy cane squares. But when Oliver tried to stir the cookie dough, Oliver, look out! One of the elves shouted. Uh-oh, here he is stirring. What do you think happened? He fell into a giant mixing bowl. Sorry, Ollie, his brother said. You're too little for the bakery. Maybe your special job is at the bookmaker's shop. Let's see if he had a special job at the bookmaker's shop. Oliver arrived at the last of Santa's workshops, where his sister worked. The bookmakers there wrote amazing stories and drew wonderful pictures. Can I help? Oliver asked. Of course, the elves replied. He's excited. He wants to help. But the ink pot was kind of tough to reach, and the stack of paper was very tall. Oh, Ollie, his sister cried. Bookmaking was harder and messier than it looked. Uh-oh, it didn't work out again, did it? Poor Oliver. Oliver wandered through the North Pole. He was sad. Oliver knew there had to be one special job he could do, even if he was little. Then he heard the sound of hooves clattering at the stables. Inside, a herd of reindeer had gathered to meet Dot, the new reindeer. She was little, just like Oliver. Look at that. She's little, just like him. Dot was very excited to help fly Santa's sleigh. She practiced for the big night by jumping and hopping and leaping, but she could not fly. Poor Dot. She could not fly. The reindeer's mama gave her a gentle kiss. Dot was still too little. Dot looked very sad. Poor Dot. Oliver wanted to cheer her up. He dug in his pockets to find a treat for Dot, but instead he found little trinkets from each workshop he had visited. Just then, he had an idea. Trinkets are little things you find that you think are cool and you put them in your pockets. Sometimes they're just little things you like to collect or keep. Oliver and Dot used the tiny treasures to make ornaments, cards, and fun decorations for all the hardworking elves in the village. Wasn't that nice? They worked hard. The littlest elf and the littlest reindeer filled a sleigh with their Christmas treats. They delivered the presents to all the workshops. The elves loved their special gifts. So they gave the special gifts to all the elves. Isn't that nice? Soon, Santa came to see what all the fuss was about. He watched as Oliver and Dot made everyone smile. That is a nice thing, to do kind things that makes everybody happy. Suddenly, Santa had an idea. Oliver and Dot, he said, with your big hearts and great Christmas cheer, won't you be my very important helpers this year? Do you think they'll do it? That made them both very happy. Oliver and Dot had found their special jobs after all, but more important, they had each found a special friend. Now they were special friends, weren't they? Isn't that a sweet story? Even little people can make a big impact in the world. They can do big things, right? I want you to remember that. When you think about being small and not being able to do very much, there's always something you can do. And you should feel happy and keep trying, just like Oliver did, okay? Sometimes you get sad about things, but then you find your special thing that you can do. And it makes you feel really good inside, okay? So, Mimi is going to sign off for now. But I will see you on Saturday on Mimi's Adventures. And we'll do a fun craft, okay? Would that be fun? Okay, I'll see you then. Bye.